Live from WRAL News Headquarters in Raleigh, your number one source for local news. WRAL News, coverage you can count on.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Julian Grace. Well, today is a weather alert day for chances for severe storms, damaging winds, and heavy rain through this evening. Meteorologist Anthony Baglione is in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. And Anthony, how is the rest of our night timing out?
Julian, we're going to see this rain and the storm activity probably up until about midnight. And then tomorrow, actually some good news. If you have plans, it's looking drier. We will talk about that the next time we meet, though. Let's get us right over, though, to radar, because you can see it is already starting to kind of get more active here over the past little while. Where we see the storms, it's decently spotty, but I think it will start to fill in as we go through tonight. This cell right there, there's some lighter rainfall right over Durham, Chapel Hill, right about there, where you see those yellows and oranges showing up there on the map. We're going to be talking about some decently heavy rainfall there. The National Weather Service has out what's called a special weather statement. They're outlining the potential there for 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts and also the potential of some penny-sized hail as that continues to move closer to Wake County. It's just to the south of Durham. So that's when we're going to watch right there. Right around Clayton, just to the south of Raleigh, seeing some hit-or-miss showers and storms south of Dunn, south and east of Dunn. We take you a little bit closer there to our southern counties, Southern Pines, Sanford, Asheboro, back to our west. There are some flood advisories back toward Greensboro. No severe thunderstorm warnings currently in our neck of the woods. We will watch, though, if we see any of those over the next couple of hours. A level 1 risk just about for our entire viewing area that goes through this evening. What that's saying is generally what we're seeing out there right now, some spotty, isolated, strong storms. We get to midnight, though, things start to calm down. There's 2 o'clock in the morning, and then, Julian, we are waking up with a lot of cloud cover tomorrow morning, but a drier forecast. We will talk about that when we get the sunshine back here in just a few minutes.
All right, bring back the sunshine. Thank you, Anthony. We are staying on top of some breaking news this evening. A Gastonia police officer was injured after being shot this afternoon. Police say the woman who fired the gun was shot by officers and died at the scene. You can see the heavy police presence in the area where the shooting happened. Police say they were called to a violent domestic situation where they found a woman armed with multiple guns. The wounded officer was taken to the hospital and is listed in stable condition. The State Bureau of Investigation is investigating the shooting and as standard protocol for all officer-involved shootings. A man was shot and killed by police in Greensboro this morning. It happened at an apartment complex at around 8:30 this morning. Greensboro police say an officer says 31-year-old Gerald Pickney was displaying what appeared to be a handgun. Officers say Pickney ignored commands to drop the weapon and began to walk toward the officer. The officer shot Pickney, who died at the hospital. The FBI is also investigating the shooting. A portion of I-40 in Alamance County was shut down today as police officers helped a woman experiencing a mental health crisis. Burlington police say a woman was experiencing a mental health crisis on an eastbound lane of I-40 near University Drive. Police say the 25-year-old woman had children inside the car with her and made comments that led officers to believe she was armed. Officers were able to get the woman in custody and safely remove the 2 children from the situation. The woman is receiving treatment at a local hospital. Now, both directions of I-40 in that area were closed for 4 hours today. Well, despite the threat of some weather, the Bimbe Festival in Durham is seeing great turnout. This even after the city announced this morning that Grammy Award-winning artist Monica would not be performing like originally televised and advertised. WRAL's Carly Haynes is live in Durham. And Carly, you talked with city leaders today. What did they have to say about this mix-up?
Well, Julian, they are still working to figure out what happened. But like you said, the turnout's still big despite it all. You can see all the cars. This is for the festival. But Durham said they haven't seen this happen to the festival in its 50-plus year history. Tents still up, dancing still on at Bimbe. This despite a major change this morning to the headliner.
I want to personally apologize to anyone attending the Bimbe Festival, assuming that I would be there or reading that I would be there.
Singer and rapper Monica took to Instagram to say she never even knew about it.
Because I never like to cancel. That is not what this is. I was never contacted. I was never contracted.
WRAL asked City Council member Mark Anthony Middleton what went wrong.
We're still chasing down the facts. Folks should know, first of all, that we're a city. We've got a lot of smart people that work for us. We're going to find we're not out of a bunch of money. We're going to get any money that we spent back.
Adding the city dealt with multiple representatives. It's disappointing for many here.
I'm a huge fan of Monica. Been a huge fan of Monica since I was in high school.
But the weekend goes on, and they plan to stay for it.
Yeah, we want to come out and support Durham, so I'm excited about that.
And the city is working with Monica's team to figure out what might have happened. Julian?
We're sure they'll get down to the bottom of this mix-up. WRAL's Carly Hayes reporting live in Durham tonight for us. Thank you. All right, we want to show you video. Video posted on Facebook shows a Morrisville police officer springing into action to keep people safe. Take a look at this video right here. This was posted 4 days ago. A vehicle was stopped on the train tracks at an intersection where the stop arms were down. A policeman in his cruiser, seeing what happened, runs out of his car and gets that vehicle to back up just in the nick of time. The caption for the post reads, quote, "Not all heroes wear capes." Great job, Officer Satterfield. We could not agree more. North Carolina Right to Life held its 26th annual rally and March for Life in downtown Raleigh just today. Today's event comes 1 year after North Carolina's 12-week abortion ban became law, and nearly 2 years after Roe v. Wade was overturned by the U.S. Supreme Court. A big focus for demonstrators today was getting more anti-abortion legislation passed as we head into a big election this November.
The pro-life generation is here. We are strong, we are mighty, and that we can pass pro-life legislation in our laws, but we also need to be there for our women and help them and support them through their pregnancies.
Today's event included live music, a youth rally, and a main rally followed by a march. Just 2 days ago, abortion rights advocates marked 1 year since the 12-week ban with a rally of their own in Raleigh. They say the law has had a big impact on women who need to access abortions.
In the aftermath of SB 20, many North Carolinians have been forced to travel out of state for care, and those who have been unable to travel have been forced to carry pregnancies to term against their will or seek care outside of the formal medical system.
Advocates say they're launching a grassroots campaign to unseat the bill's supporters in November. Police are warning Cary residents about a home break-in that happened last night in the upscale Regency Park neighborhood. Police say shortly after 8:30 p.m., several people broke into a home on Richelieu Drive, where many of the homes are valued at between $1 and $2 million. Police say they stole expensive jewelry, high-end watches, and 2 handguns. The thieves were able to enter the home through a back door, then left the scene in a small gray SUV, possibly an Acura. The vehicle was reported to have a loud muffler. Now, earlier this year, there were arrests made in a series of similar break-ins impacting high-end Triangle homes earlier this year. 4 suspects were arrested and charged in connection with break-ins at 2 multi-million-dollar homes in North Raleigh. Now, warrants show that could be part of a bigger operation committing similar crimes across the country. Warrants link Raleigh break-ins to Chilean organized crime groups. Now, investigators believe those 4 men were responsible for more than 20 break-ins at high-end homes in the county going back to December of 2022. Fans can now register for a chance to buy tickets for the 2025 PGA Championship at Quail Hollow Club. Today, the PGA ticket registry website page announced registration to claim your spot for the opportunity to purchase tickets for the event, which will happen around 1 year from now. Now, tickets don't go on sale until July, but you have it to pre-register in order to have a chance to buy them. Well, there's a crime that takes just minutes to commit and is difficult for law enforcement to solve. We're talking about catalytic converter thefts. Coming up, learn more about an effort to put an end to the crime that's becoming more and more common. Plus, day 1 of Artsplosure is underway. Hear from one of the artists whose work is available at this weekend's art market. And tonight on WRAL, after our 11 o'clock news, there's an all-new Saturday Night Live just for you. That's right, SNL Season 49 finale with musical guest Sabrina Carpenter. We do want to remind you it is a WRAL weather alert day, and we are watching these clouds over RDU right now. All right, welcome back. Law enforcement agencies and insurance companies are teaming up to crack down on a crime that takes just minutes to commit and is difficult to solve. Talking about catalytic converter thefts, they have been on the rise. And WRAL's Laura Levine shows us one effort to put all of this to a stop.
Could putting your mark on a valuable car part stop thieves? Raleigh Police and AAA believes it's a start.
It's really simple. Someone can slide up under a vehicle or jack up the vehicle, take a Ziz wheel or a Sawzall and literally have some of these converters off within 3 to 5 minutes.
It's quick cash for criminals. The devices contain valuable precious metals, making them a prime target for thieves to sell them on the black market. And while they're making hundreds,
normally you're at least $1,000 to replace a catalytic converter, so it's very expensive, and in most cases it's something that's not covered by insurance.
That's why car and truck owners are rolling up here inside Car Care in Raleigh for a free event dedicated to educate and prevent.
So we place a sticker on the converter. There's a acidic liquid that we scrape on and paste on there. And then from there, as the converter heats up, it basically burns the sticker off and we have that etching in there.
It's a serial number registered by police to help track the part if it ever lands in the wrong hands. The National Insurance Crime Bureau says the nation experienced more than 64,000 catalytic converter thefts in 2022 alone.
It seems to be a hot topic all over the United States. We've actually paid to replace several of them that got stolen in parking lots in and around our stores.
The VIN number may not make it less likely for the part to be stolen. It does make it harder to sell.
So we want to just help and provide whatever deterrent we can to help our customers in the communities we serve.
Laura Levine, WRAL News in Raleigh.
64,000 stolen in 2022. Wow. All right, here's some more information for you. Car owners can also take action to prevent thefts by buying catalytic converter cages or vibration-sensitive car alarms to place underneath the vehicles. Drivers can also park in well-lit areas or near building entrances to deter thieves. Great advice right there. The annual Artsplosure Festival is underway in downtown Raleigh. WRAL is a proud sponsor of the event, which includes a giant art market featuring more than 170 artists from around the country.
These are all people I paint are people that inspire me in different ways, that make me want to be better. So I like to share that with other people.
Yes, and Christopher right there, he's inspiring others as well. Now, organizers made some adjustments with the chance of wet weather this weekend. Admission is free. The art market runs until 7 today and from 10 until 6 tomorrow. There was a vendor market celebrating Asian Pacific American Heritage Month at Cam Raleigh. It was the 3rd annual Common Roots Festival. Organizers say the theme of the Common Roots is meant to make sure you think of all the unique journeys of the diverse Asian and Pacific Islander communities while highlighting the forged connections created.
It was kind of created to build unity across people from different backgrounds, and we can see it happening now. You know, we might have come from different countries, had different journeys to get here. We all have very different backgrounds, but when we get together and make things like this and kind of find our commonalities and build together, it's just, I think that's what life is all about.
The event was hosted by NC Asian Americans Today. It featured Asian artists from all over, a vendor food market, food and performances, I should say, and so much more. Today was also the 2nd day of the Got to Be NC Festival at the NC State Fairgrounds. The festival showcases North Carolina's agricultural and agribusiness with music, rides, and plenty of food. The festivities go until 10 o'clock tonight. The last day of the event is tomorrow with the gates open from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. at night. Admission is free and parking is free as well. Can't beat that. Admission and parking free. Get on out there. But if you go, make sure you bring the umbrella, right, Anthony?
Yeah, we're still looking at showers out there for us, Julian, and they're starting to really kind of pick up in intensity. Tomorrow looks a little bit better as far as some drier weather. Let's talk about where we sit this evening. If you're still headed out and about, there's a lot to talk about here on this map, meteorologically speaking, and in general that I'm going to walk you through. Let's see kind of where we're at here around the triangle. So you can kind of notice, and I'm going to point out this boundary that's sagging a little bit farther to the south. What this is right there between Clayton and Smithfield, it's what we call an outflow boundary, and so it comes out from the storms. It's cooled air, but it adds some lift as it moves through. You can see that is already starting to spark some new showers and storms heading toward Clayton. Likely, I would say Smithfield probably going to be talking some here pretty shortly. And then everywhere else, spotty coverage really starting to fill in though around Goldsboro, just to your south, potentially a light show there with some lightning, and we head a little bit closer to Goldsboro right now. It is to the south. There's a couple couple lightning bolts showing up, and the National Weather Service is saying there could be some penny-sized hail with that one as it continues to honestly just move pretty stationary, or not move much out there. We're looking right around Sanford. You can see some light shower activity there as you head up toward Wake County. Those are all going to be kind of consolidating a little bit more, and I think we will continue to track this coverage, potentially getting a little bit more consolidated, coming together a little bit more. Right around Durham, Henderson's looking relatively quiet, but still we have to watch for continued chances as we go into this evening. A wider view for you. We do not have any active watches or warnings across our area at the moment. There's a couple of flood advisories back to the west. I think that potential is certainly there as we get into this evening. We could see some severe thunderstorm warnings come out here over the next couple of hours. So just make sure to stay weather aware here as we go into this evening. Kind of an ominous shot right there. Our Southern Pines camera. You can see the clouds coming out from this storm system. The rain itself would be right about there. No lightning, thankfully, so they're okay to be on the golf course on that cell that's currently moving through. But we are going to continue to watch that, at least potential for some strong to severe storms tonight. Still a level 1 out of 5 risk for just about our entire viewing area. What that is saying, isolated pockets. Not everyone will see it, but that chance for a few of them to become on the strong side would be with us this evening, with damaging wind gusts being our primary threat and maybe some flash flood warnings coming out. 80% for us the next couple hours. We really start to drop that coverage off, though, after midnight. A change for tomorrow. Originally, it was looking like it could be a little bit wetter. It is trending much drier. So if you need some dry time out there, it looks like tomorrow is going to be pretty good. We'll hang on to the cloud cover, though. I'm going to start you off here early Sunday morning. A lot of gray skies out there for us at about 8 o'clock. But you notice Futurecast is silent as far as any rainfall is concerned. Maybe some peaks of sunshine into the afternoon and evening. Overall, though, we're going to go for a lot of cloud cover. A stray sprinkle, maybe a stray shower is possible, but this is not going to be a big rainmaker for us tomorrow. After we get through today, we're looking pretty good. Temperatures hit right about 74 tomorrow, though. So we saw many spots today in the 80s. It'll be a little bit milder for us to end the weekend. 77 on Monday. We climbed to 90 there on Thursday. And then, Julian, as we look ahead here to the holiday weekend, maybe Friday night into Saturday, we could be talking some more storms that we'll continue to watch closely.
All right. Thanks, Anthony. Casey, what you got for us?
Well, busy day on the diamond. How about that? We're looking at conference tournaments coming up. Plus, Duke softball continues to rewrite its own history. Today, another chapter. Plus, with the Cane season coming to a close, changes are coming.
Everyone knows I love it here, and I love the guys. I love the core.
Next, we'll try to get a read on Brett Pesce and how he thinks his situation will shake out.
There's definitely some disappointment. I thought we had a great group. I thought we battled hard, obviously, and but came up short. If we were going to do it, it was going to be this year, out of all the years we've had. And so I think from that aspect, it's frustrating.
Every year there's 31 teams that go through the hurt, and because that's the end goal. It's just to win. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It sucks.
Some 48 hours after being eliminated from the Stanley Cup playoffs, the hurt, the disappointment, the sting, still there for the Carolina Hurricanes. You just heard it. I felt it at this morning's exit interviews. Now, what makes this even more difficult is no secret that this group could look a lot different next season. The Canes will have to address 3 restricted free agents, and boy, they've got a good chunk of unrestricted free agents. We got to speak with 5 of these guys today, including Brett Pesce, who has spent his entire 9-year NHL career right here in Raleigh, but his 6-year contract expires this summer. The veteran blue liner had 3 goals and 10 assists this season, but boy, he's a big part of what this team does defensively. They missed his services for most of the playoffs after he fractured his left fibula. He's hopeful they can work something out, but knowing what the future holds here, or not knowing, I should say, he said it's hard to put into words just how hard it was to watch on.
Well, that's one lost a lot of sleeps and whatnot, so that's another reason why I'm hopeful I get to come back and try again with these guys. If you take all this money, it sometimes makes the team worse, and kind of just depends what you value. And obviously, I've been through both ends where our team wasn't very good to now. You can't put a price on coming to the rink every day and winning and being happy. So.
Team 7, that's what Duke softball head coach Marissa Young calls her team. Only makes sense. She started this program from scratch, and now just 7 seasons in, the Blue Devils have continued to climb to new heights, and break records. To Duke Softball Stadium we go. The ladies taking on South Carolina with a trip to the regional final on the line. ACC Pitcher of the Year, Jayla Wright, had the stuff today. 6 scoreless innings, just 2 hits, 9 strikeouts. That gave Duke's offense a chance to find some rhythm, and they did. Bottom of 3, Deanna Jennings skies it out in a hurry. The solo shot, her first career home run. Boy, what a feeling that must have been for her. Duke up 1-0. Duke would put up a 5 in the 6th to run rule the Gamecocks 8-0. That's win number 49, the most in single season, and they advance to their 4th straight regional final. Elsewhere on Duke's campus, Battle of the Blues baseball style. We got a regular season finale. Rubber match. Duke up 1-0 bases juice for Casey Cook. That's going to get through. A pair of heels put the Jets on. The 2 RBI single would spark a 7-run inning. Then bottom of the frame, Blue Devils looking to start chipping away. Logan Bravo deep to straightaway center. One of the 19 teams in the country to be hitting over 100 homers on the season. But it was all Carolina today. Casey Cook's 3-run shot, that little cherry on top as the heels head to Charlotte as the #1 seed in the ACC tournament. 14-6. The final. And boy, we had a great series over at the Doak this weekend between NC State, Wake Forest, and the Pack get the sweep. This one ended just a little bit ago. Julian, I'll have full highlights of this one as the Pack take 3 over Wake Forest.
Yeah, Wake Forest was ranked number 8.
Absolutely.
All right,
Big
we'll take
wins.
it. Thanks, Casey, and thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you later. Have a great evening.